Hello and good morning. Richard Lewald here, and thank you for being with us this morning. We're going to have a very exciting, revolutionary topic before you here today. And we're going to have a guest who is going to share this phenomenal information that the world has been waiting for, because this is going to totally change the way we can deal with our health. As even Einstein said before, that the doctor of the future will do no harm. And everything being energy, frequency, vibration, this is what we're going to be dealing with. And this is going to be available to everybody around the globe. We don't have to deal with any obstructions because we're not dealing with physical substances. We're dealing with energy. So everything being energy, including your supplements, your food, we are energy. We're creating resonant energies through this. And it's going to be as simple as using your cell phone and going to have access to this technology and carry it out with you all the time. This has already had major accomplishments for people. And so if you're excited about getting optimal health, listen to this call and share it with people that are struggling, because this can explode into a whole new way of getting your vitality back. And I think if everyone wants quality of life and vitality. So we're going to have an exciting call here this morning. I trust you will love this information. And please do share. We thank you for having done that in the past. And so I'm going to call Ron Spence, and he is the gentleman who is helping the doctor, and he'll introduce us to all this information. So I'm calling Ron Spence, and let him explain where this exciting new technology is going to take us.
Hello.
Hi there, Ron. Richard here.
Hi.
So we are now presenting this before on a Facebook Live, okay? And gave him a little bit of an introduction. So just tell us as to how you've been involved with this new concept now of health and wellness. And so, yeah, we're all excited to hear. So we're going to share this with our group, and we trust they will share with many more people. So go ahead, introduce yourself, Ron. Thank you for being with us here this morning.
You bet. Thank you. Well, I got involved with Dr. Von Cook. He's a friend of mine for the last dozen years, and we haven't been in contact for a number of years, and I met with him the beginning of this year. We sat down, and one thing led to another, and Dr. Cook wanted to take this technology that he has in another company that he's owned for 15 years, and he services thousands of healthcare practitioners around the world. Wanted to take the same technology and offer, because it's expensive, to offer it to the average person on the street. And so we sat down and created what's called Limbic Arc. Now, the best way for me to describe this to you is to help you understand what it was like 25 years ago, for example, a generation. The way we communicated on phones were landlines. They were all connected, and if I was talking to you right now, there'd be a wire coming from your phone from me to you, and we knew we could talk over that line. But if back then, if I was to share with you and provide you a cell phone, what we use as a cell phone today, and said, you could talk on this little box you can hold in your hand, there's no wires connected to it, and I'm going to give you a box at the other end, and you can talk in it, and we can communicate. Most people would say, how's that possible? There's nothing connected to it. Well, I will use that as an analogy because that's kind of what we're doing now. If we look at the nutraceutical model that exists, the nutraceutical model is basically taking, vitamins and minerals and essential oils and herbs and, probiotics and enzymes, all those kinds of things fall into that category of nutraceuticals. How would it be if you could get something similar to that has value and be transferred to you like the same way that in that cell phone it was transferred through the air, okay? But kind of the comparison I would like to make between what we're doing here, because when we take a look at Limbic Arc, we're providing what is called an info boost. An info boost is provided to you through the quantum field. It comes through the quantum field into your personal field, into your subconscious, and it arcs, if you will, through the limbic system to the conscious mind. And when that happens, magic happens. The body receives the energy signature of the nutraceutical. That's what we're focusing on first. We actually have started with 160 some. We actually have tens of thousands in our inventory to bring out. And you can receive this and have the benefits of this. Now, the first thing I wanted to share with you was my experience. We turned this on about 3 months ago. People started using it, and I was one of those early people that started using it. And here's what I experienced personally myself. And I talked to Dr. Cook about this. I said, Dr. Cook, this has got to work. I've come out of retirement to help you do this. Don't embarrass me. And we laugh about that. But my first experience with this was so amazing. I went in to the library of InfoBoost, which are many, and I selected, I created my own. You have the ability to do that. So I created my own, and I went through the 160-some ingredients that I had to choose from, and I created my own formula because I know how to do that. And so as I put together my own formula with, good things that help build the body, things that would build the immune system, adaptogens, probiotics, enzymes, vitamins, minerals, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial ingredients, mushrooms, superfoods, all those kind of things. And so I created my own. At the end of it, you can push the start button. I selected push the start button and see what happens. Well, I pushed the start button and I was, going about my day, and something quite amazing happened in about 2 hours, and that's approximately what I guesstimated. I'm in my late 60s. I'm 69. About 8 years ago, I came down with something that just has never left. It was some people, the medical term is tinnitus, but it's ringing in your ears, and it never goes away. It's always there, 24/7. I don't hear it when I'm sleeping, but when I first wake up and go to bed, it's always there, all day long. I've spent thousands of dollars using nutraceuticals over the years. People made claims that, this would help and to get rid of it. And I've tried everything. Nothing ever touched that. So I learned how to live with it. I learned how to just ignore it and put it out of my mind. And it's always been there. It's always with me. And so that particular day, when I turned on my first InfoBoost experience, something quite amazing happened. About 2 hours into this, the ringing in my ears was gone. And it was such an amazing thing, like, how is that all possible? And then I remember Dr. Cook sharing with me a story about one of his patients early years ago where she was suffering from what appeared to be the symptoms of scurvy, which scurvy is a deficiency in vitamin C. And as he looked at her diet, he said, geez, you have a vitamin C enriched food that you're eating. You're taking even vitamin C supplements. How is it possible that your body seems to be manifesting symptoms like scurvy? And so he gave her what is equivalent to a vitamin C InfoBoost, what we have today. And in a very short period of time, didn't tell me how long that was, but in a short period of time, her scurvy symptoms disappeared. So I looked at that and he says, how is that possible? That's just so amazing. And so I started doing some research in that, and I'm thinking, okay, if you look at what Dr. Pauling had to say, and he was alive as a Nobel Prize winner, he basically said that you can trace all illness or disease to micronutrient mineral deficiencies. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe that's what's going on here. And then I thought, well, what would cause someone like myself, or maybe like this young lady that Dr. Cook referenced, how could that happen where if they're taking the right stuff, how can they have a deficiency? Well, when you really analyze this, there's a lot of ways that can happen. It all starts in digestion, in my opinion, because as you look back on what everybody has done over the over time. Everybody's taken antibiotics, and we're exposed to chemicals. And for example, mucoid plaque will block micronutrient assimilation. A big one today, I think, is glyphosate. If you do some research on that, you'll find that at least here in the United States, 93% of us have glyphosate residues in our blood and tissue. There's a lot of evidence to suggest that it also blocks micronutrients. Then you have GMO foods. The studies show the same thing there. Preservatives do that. Toxins and parasites. Even drugs that you take, okay? Medicinal drugs. Well, in any event, there's a lot of things that can block micronutrients. So here's what I'm thinking. When I start looking at this, I'm thinking, okay, we are capturing the essence. I've seen the technology, I've seen it work. Dr. Cook has a machine that actually captures the essence of what that product is. Let's say it's vitamin C. Vitamin C, well, let me give you a better idea. Let's take a look at what happens with a nutraceutical when you take it. Let's call it vitamin C because everybody knows what that is. Take a natural form of vitamin C like rosehip. When you eat it, it goes through the digestion process, and it breaks it down to its lowest common denominators of phytochemicals. The phytochemicals, through digestion, then is sent through the circulatory system to the cell, and there's a handshake at what's called the receptor level. There's many receptors, and these receptors are unique to each individual phytochemical. They're actually honing devices. There's a frequency on the phytochemical and a matching frequency on the receptor, which shows you that we're really in tune with nature. I mean, just to think of that, we have receptors on our cells that actually line up with phytochemicals in nature, and that's how we're fed. Well, that's basically how it happens. That handshake takes place. Phytochemicals go into the receptors, and that's what happens. But let's break it down to more than the biochemical example. Let's break it down to its energetic example, because that's what we're talking about here. And as we do this lives in the quantum realm. When you break all physical material down to its lowest common denominator, it isn't physical at all. It's made, it's atoms and subatomic particles like protons, neutrons, and electrons. And these little guys, these things it's an energy signature. It's full of information. And this information is what is being captured. And this information, when delivered back to you through your energy field, okay? Now, when it's doing that, your energy field is what you are. It's who you are. If I was to break this down to helping you understand what you see out there, when you look at the world, we're only perceiving 5% of it. And the reason why that happens is because of the 5 senses that we're given and our operating instructions, which I call our human DNA. Mm-hmm. And that's how we perceive our physical world. But 95% of what is there, we don't see. That's the quantum realm. And it has its own set of laws and physical laws and things and how it all works. And so we have these info boosts that come into your physical realm through the quantum field, and it handshakes at a level that it appears to bypass digestion and circulation because it just handshakes. The body understands that information, and it knows what to do with it and brings the body back into balance. And I suggested that I believe that's really what's happening, where people are having such great results with this. You could be eating the best food in the world, the best organic food with all great ingredients. You could be taking the best nutrient-dense nutraceuticals to help support your immune system and still not have a handshake at that receptor level if you have any of these blockages that are occurring. And I'm suggesting that if you look at the population in general, because of what we're exposed to in our modern life and all the things that we're exposed to, that many of us are not operating in all 8 cylinders when it comes to digestion because of these blockage capabilities. That's the reason why I believe that the info boosts are such an effective way to help us receive the additional information that the body needs to bring it into balance. Because I think that if you look at the nutraceutical model and how it's delivered, I believe that when it does that handshake, that biochemical handshake, it's really the information that's important that the body needs, and it sees those instructions. So oh, okay, I know what that is, and it'll be utilized accordingly to bring the body always back into balance. So we're suggesting that all this is about is helping the immune system to run on all its cylinders, so that we're healthy and strong. And I've had so many experiences with this in the last some days, and I have many people who are using this now. We've been doing this for about 3 months, and a lot of these people are naturopathic doctors and MDs even, DCs, and the average person on the street sharing their testimonials of what's happened to them, and it just amazes me, kind of the things that's happened to me. I had one gal, for example, I won't say her name or anything, this happened about three weeks ago. She's a naturopathic doctor, and she says, Ron, I've been taking this, and you know something? She said, I had a bad experience. I said, well, tell me what happened. And she says, well, I'm taking it. I got these headaches and everything. I said, wow. Well, tell me what you did. She says, well, I took this, and this, and when we added up everything, it was like 120 ingredients. And I said, well, if I'd given you thousands of dollars and you went to your local health food store and you bought those same things and you sat down and took them all at once, do you think there might be a challenge or a problem there? Well, she got the point there. So I told her just to go back to taking one into a boost. And also, with our technology, you can eliminate any ingredient that may be problematic. If you know there's something that you have a problem with, just eliminate it. And so she did that. 2 days later, she got a hold of me again. She said, oh my gosh, Ron, the most amazing thing happened. I've been trying to, for years, I haven't been able to sleep. And I did exactly what you did. And I took this InfoBoost and InfoBoost, and I took out a couple ingredients, and I've had the best night's sleep I've ever had in the last dozen years. She's so excited. I have these kind of testimonials come to me every single day. People losing weight, and people getting more energy, and their pain going away, and they feel great. And I personally experienced this myself. We have a website that you can go into when you go to our site if you come on board with a Limbic Arc. It's called Limbic Arc, and in there you can see the testimonial page and the success that people are having. I'll tell you what really tells the story. The retention rate in the last 3 months, our retention rate of people using this technology is 92%. That's unheard of. So, in any event, that's kind of an overview of kind of what the experience is. And so, Richard, is there any other questions you might have?
Yeah, well, what excites me about this is that everybody's got a cell phone. So it's, you can use a cell phone. You've got access to this technology now. And, it's also available anywhere in the world. So there's no auto ships of approvals. We're just using pure energy here, vibration.
That's correct.
And,
that's correct.
I'm so excited because when we're looking at the overall health conditions, compared to, let's say, 50 years ago, lifestyle diseases, that's basically what's happened with even things like diabetes. It's a scourge on this world. 50 years ago, cancer was associated with people who are old. Nowadays, babies have cancers. And, the system is spending billions, trillions, perhaps, in research, so-called research, but they don't have the answers. And the simplest, using energy, since everything, in the lowest common denominator, everything is energy. And if we raise the vibration back up, we are designed to be healthy. I always tell people, you cut your hair, you cut your nail, you cut your skin. What happens? Your body heals, repairs, rejuvenates. So this is going to do it for anything in the body. So perhaps here now this is going to make it so possible for people in old age even to regain their vitality once again. And we become, rather being a drain on the system, we can start, helping out and adding vitality back into this world. So to me, this is phenomenal, and I'm very excited. That's why we're doing this call here this morning. Just want to, anyone who's been following my videos and all that, I just think that this is so cutting edge. And I believe already from reading the stuff they've been reading and with some of the other technologies in the past that are worth $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 that people were sending these frequencies in quantum space. Now we no longer have to do it. You own a cell phone, and you can access this. So it's not difficult to do. But thanks for sharing this information with us. And I'm sure that there's going to be other components. As we were talking the other day, we know 5G is coming on stream probably pretty aggressively in 2019, and it's how do we protect ourselves from that? And I think we've got an answer with this as well, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it's really amazing. I wanted to share with you another story, because we have components of this. The components of how this thing works, it's proprietary in how we capture that information. And then, of course, also understand that you do not receive the energy signature, the information, over the phone. The phone acts like your remote control to your television. It actually turns it on and off, and it makes selections. So you don't have to worry about EMF problems are associated with your phone, because it doesn't come through the phone. It's just like this is an on and off switch. It comes through the quantum field. And I want to share with you a story. And this is a true story. This is something that I just received here about 3.5 weeks ago. It was written by a medical doctor, and it's a patient that he had. He had a patient who was dying of a very serious disease. He was in a hospital bed, and they only gave him a few weeks to live. And he was still there conscious, and the guy was sitting up in bed, and he had his personal computer. They're still trying to find on his own, researching the internet, if there's anything out there that might still help him, okay? So he comes across something. Another story is written by the doctor. He comes across something that shows it's a particular drug that's made, and it seemed to have the ability to put in remission the problem that he had, the disease that he had. And so he calls his doctor and asks if he could get some of that, particularly because that drug was being used in the very hospital he was staying with a test group. So he asked the doctor if he could get some. The doc says, you don't qualify because you have to be alive 6 months to do this. And he begged and begged and pleaded. So the doctor, in his own words, said, I'll go ahead and give him a vial of saline solution. I'll write the name of the drug on it, and I'll give it to him. He'll think he's got it. He's probably not going to be around in a week anyways. And when I do my rounds next week, he's probably not even going to be around. So that was the way he was telling the story. So a week later, he was doing his rounds and coming back around to see what's going on with his patient. And he realized, as he walked in, the bed was made and everything, and he saw his bags were packed, and here he's walking out the door, all excited, and he told the doctor, it worked, the new drug worked. He said, I took it, they ran the test, and I don't have any more of that disease. And the doctor just flabbergasted, like, well, how did that happen? Well, we can all speculate, but we hear stories like this all the time called spontaneous remission. Mm-hmm. And when you understand that connection, there's a connection there, we believe, from the conscious to the subconscious. Okay, turning that on to belief that he pulls out everything is available in the subconscious in your personal energy field. If you know how to tap into that, miracles can happen. And what we're doing at Limbic Arc, we're doing baby step versions of that. We're tying into nutraceuticals. We're being able to access that and use that. People receiving benefit because of the information component of that, which we believe is real. And we have 15 years of experience with thousands of healthcare practitioners with, million applications out there in the world. And so where we're going with this is to teach you how to use the Limbic Arc and that conscious, subconscious brain connection, which is called Limbic Arc, and how it ties into the quantum field to be able to receive what it is that you're looking forward to in bringing the body back into balance. So we're excited where this is going. And many of the non-nutraceutical things that we're going to be providing in the future, we hope to have thousands of offerings in here. Just think of that. If you walked into a health food store and said, here's my $100, give me one of everything you have. Well, that's pretty cost effective, isn't it? Okay?
Yes.
And that's kind of what we have, and we're leading in that. In fact, it's even going to be more cost effective than that, because we'll have many more items than what you'd find in a health food store, and things that are outside of that arena that are non-nutraceutical. Some of these in our development stages we have, and by the way, this isn't something we're doing it's something we've already created and developed in our sister company. We're just bringing it over into this public model. And so over the next year, in the next months and year, you're going to see a lot of exciting things happen. And those who get involved with this right now are the lucky ones, because let me give you an example why we've chosen this form of distribution. Years ago, I owned a service bureau in the network marketing industry that actually became the largest one in the industry. One of my early clients had a cleaning product, and the cleaning product was it was a soap. It would take any stain or spot out of anything. It could be a hard material, it could be cloth, it could be carpeting. And this young lady, and now I say young lady, she was older than me at the time, but she happened to buy some of this from this company. Now, how I knew this is I knew this young lady. She lived in a neighborhood from me, and I knew the company because they were one of my clients. And I saw this play out in my own experience. She found this, and she was so excited about it. She had 11 children. They
Wow.
financially didn't do well. Her husband, he was a social worker, and they just struggled. And what she did is she shared it with everybody. She didn't know at the time that it was even a network marketing company. And she shared this with everybody because of what it did. And they wanted to use it themselves because it was so effective. Well, the first month it came around, it was like 40-some days, she got this check in the mail. And it happened to be a third of what her husband's check is. They were so amazed, like, how'd this happen? Mm-hmm. Then she realized the style of reward system that was there, and then she went out, and now she was serious about this, about really sharing it. In one calendar year, that mother of 11 children had an income that was 10 times greater than her husband's. And I want you to know that it changed that family's life forever, and what they did and what they could do. And it was a ride as the riches story. And I was there from a distance watching this all play out. The company was one of my clients. She was kind of a neighbor that lived in another neighborhood. And I knew her, I met her because we attended the same church. And I saw this play out. I'm thinking, wow, what an amazing story. And then I look at, even with our company, why did Limbic Arc choose this style of distribution system? Well, right now in the early months, 3 months, and we project out how this is growing, that in one calendar year, we will have exceeded the dollar revenue volume of our sister company, where we're pulling the technology out of that's been there for 15 years. That's the reason why this is so exciting, is because it's mouth-to-mouth, word-to-word, people-to-people, sharing something that's good, that's effective, that's cost-effective. It changes people's lives both physically and financially.
Wow, that's really exciting, and I think also what appeals to me is that anyone skeptical, perhaps you offer this week trial on that, right, before they actually.
Well, we don't have a trial on that. We're talking about that next year, next quarter, possibly doing something. We haven't determined how many days it needs. Or if to even do it. Right now, we're having such success right now with people using. But I can tell you this: that sometimes in the first quarter, we're offering a program whereby if you have our $100 subscription, where it has all the premium listings in there, any family member can use the whole family service for half price, which is $50. So we know we're going to do that. As far as the testing, we still haven't yet decided if we're going to do that, and if we do it, how long that period's going to be.
Right. Okay. Well, that sounds great. Well, I think it's something that has to be shared, because who doesn't want to be better, right? It's always about feeling better, looking better, and so on. And truly, again, this simplifies the whole thing. You no longer have to go to the health food store. You just go look at the app and like you say, create your own formulations if you're capable of doing that, and you don't have to swallow meat or drink.
There's standard formulations in there that are quite, transparent. I mean, if you see something that says energy, that's for, or sleep, or multi, or immune boost, or you can tell by the names of what they're geared for. And the neat thing about it, you can go in the ingredients, see the ingredients, and if there's anything in there that you don't like or you have a problem with, because that can happen. If you went to the health food store and you bought something and then discovered, oh, geez, I wish that ingredient wasn't in there because I always have a problem with that. Well, in our model, you can click it off. You can eliminate. Or if there's something you want to add to that, because people do that too,
right,
you can do it that way too. So we have a lot of flexibility. And we have some really cool things happening down the road. Now, let me share this other one with you. It's going to be, we're guessing in the first quarter, but it's in the schedule for next year to be brought out. It's the ability for, it's a biofeedback system where your body will communicate with the inventory items and let it know that what it likes and what it doesn't like. We have technology that does that. So it takes all the guesswork out of what should I select. If you go into a health food store right now, you have to have an idea what it is that you're after because you read something or whatever. Now you can, click the button and it go through another process here, and it'll say, oh, out of these 100 and some products, your body wants this, and this, and it'll prioritize it based on the one that's the most effective to help bring back the body into balance. So we think that's going to be very, very effective.
Wow, that's amazing.
We also have the ability down the road. We have a voice program where it will analyze your voice, and from the voice, it'll look at your body, what's going on, and it'll say, oh, we recognize something's out of balance here, and then it'll provide your monthly frequency in that case to help bring the body back into balance. So we have all these different things. These are tools that our healthcare practitioners have been using for years effectively with all their patients. Now, it's expensive stuff. And now we're making this all available to the average guy in the street for a very low price of, between $50 and $100.
Very affordable. What people do spend on products on a monthly basis, auto ships or whatever, health food store products. This can save people money and gives them more disposable income. So what I'm thinking of doing, what we've done here this morning is going to serve as a bit of an introduction, and then we can do this again, perhaps in a different format, perhaps, and share with people some of the greater results. And I know I've met a couple of people here, and that's why I kind of got on board here this week, because I met a couple of people. And one guy, he was in a hospital, and within hours of him receiving the vibrations, the frequencies, it got him out of the hospital. It was just a matter of hours, right? And I mean, whenever does that happen? Usually you're in there, if you're in there for anything serious, you're in there for weeks, and he was in there with a serious situation as well. So I think there's going to be some of these amazing stories that we can share with people, and this can be pretty instant. So yeah, let's do this again, and want to thank you for your time here this morning, and thank everybody else for tuning in with us here. And let's do it again. So thank you for your time. I'm sure we're going to be talking soon.
Thank you for inviting me, Richard.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Same to you. Bye.
Well, here you have it. Some of the latest things, that technology that's been already really in existence, but it's the availability for all of us and something we can share, and it's going to be very, very affordable. No special training that you need to do. Of course, if you have a little bit more background. So we love you to check this out some more. Please respond, please share with other people, and we'll send you some links that you can check this out. So have a great day. Thank you.